Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. If you can have your seats, our program will begin promptly.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Yeah, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry. I'm not throwing away my shot. No, I'm not throwing away my shot. No, I'm not throwing away my shot. Yeah, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry. And I'm not throwing away my shot. Mm-hmm. I get a scholarship to Spelman College. I probably shouldn't brag, but dang, I'm amazed and astonished. The problem is I got a lot of brains with no polish. I gotta holler just to be heard with every word. I drop knowledge, I'm a diamond in the rough, a shiny piece of coal. Trying to go, my power speech is unimpeachable. Only 19, but my mind is older. These New York streets are getting colder a shoulder. Every burden, every disadvantage, I have learned to manage. I don't have a gun to be banished. I will walk these streets famished. The plan is to fan up in the Senate. We are the SPELMAN, standards and honor raise again. We'll forever faithful be throughout eternity. I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Yeah, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. No, I'm not throwing away my shot. No, I'm not throwing away my shot. Yeah, I'm just like my country. I'm run, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. Oh, 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 When you're on the knees, let's rise up. Tell your brother that he's gotta rise up. Tell your sister that she's gotta rise up. All my sisters, look me, let's rise up. Are you gonna tell them to rise up? If you hear me, then let's just rise up. Come on, everybody, let's rise up, rise up, rise up. I'm not throwing away my shot. No, I'm not throwing away my shot. Yeah, I'm just like my country, young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. No, I'm not throwing away my shot. No, I'm not throwing away my shot. Yeah, I'm just like my country, young, scrappy, and hungry. I'm not throwing away my shot. No, I'm not throwing away, not throwing away, no, 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 throwing away, not throwing away, no, I'm not throwing away, not throwing away, no, I'm not throwing away, I'm not throwing away, no, I'm not throwing away my shot. Yeah, I'm not throwing away, I'm not throwing away my shot.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Blanca Birch, and I'm a graduating senior international studies major from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I am honored to welcome you all to today's groundbreaking ceremony for the new Center for Innovation and the Arts. We are pleased to have several leaders from the college community and the partners who made this project possible join us today for this very special occasion. Not only will this space soon become home of the Art History and Curatorial Studies Collective, the first incubator for the museum professionals of color, and the Center for Black Entrepreneurship, the first center of its kind aimed at changing the Black economy. The Center for Innovation in the Arts will be the first facility constructed outside of the Spelman gates. In addition to bringing the liberal arts and sciences together under one roof, this space will create a connection between Spelman and its neighbors in the West Side community. We are all immensely grateful to Dr. Mary Schmidt Campbell, the 10th president of Spelman College, and Dr. Ayoka Shinzira, division chair for the arts, for leading the charge to reimagine the arts on campus, and all who supported their vision. Thank you again for joining us for this momentous occasion. Now I am honored to introduce Reverend Nichelle Guidry, Dean of Sisters Chapel, who will open our program with an invocation.
Good afternoon, friends. I'm Reverend Dr. Nichelle Guidry, the Dean of Sisters Chapel and the Director of the Wisdom Center here at Spelman College. And I ask that you would assume your preferred posture of prayer. God, for this new day, we give you thanks. We thank you that you are the God of new beginnings, and your word promises and assures us that you rejoice to see the work begin. And as we are coming together today to celebrate the groundbreaking of this beautiful center, we give you thanks for this new beginning. We give you thanks. And we invoke your name and your presence, and we ask for your divine assistance and the assistance of every ancestor inside of the Spelman College cloud of witnesses to assist with this entire process, oh God. We thank you for the dreams that will come into fruition in this building. We thank you for the lives that shall be changed within this space. We thank you for everyone who will sow a seed of creativity and wisdom and love from within its walls. We ask that you would continuously bless Dr. Campbell, every leader, every visionary, every student, and the entire Spelman College community as we move forward in faith. We pray this prayer in the name of all things good, all things sacred, all things just, all things right. Let all who agree now say, amen. Thank you.
So good afternoon. Welcome, everyone. So today, Spelman College celebrates the culmination of the 7-year tenure of our 10th president, Dr. Mary Schmidt Campbell. When Dr. Campbell came to Spelman, she shared with us the goals that she was determined to accomplish. Those goals were, first and foremost, to launch a strategic plan that placed student success at the center of the college, to complete an ambitious capital campaign that brought significant new resources to the college, to build an innovation and arts building with programs that would help prepare our students for a global world and support the college's legacy, and create a role for the college in the continuing development of Atlanta's West Side community. We can all agree, as we just finished her last Board of Trustees, first day of the trustee weekend meeting, we can all agree that she has accomplished these goals and so many more. Today, we celebrate a milestone of her presidency with the groundbreaking of the new Center for the Innovation and the Arts. As the Board of Trustees considered how to mark the successful design, planning, and fundraising for a facility that will shape the college and the Atlanta community for years to come, we landed on the perfect gesture, and that was to name the building after her. resolution. So it gives me great pleasure. We do have a resolution. Thank you. Thank you very much. So it gives me great pleasure to read this resolution to the Spelman College Board of Trustees. And if I could pause for a moment and have the members of the Board of Trustees to stand. Thank you for all your hard work. We have unveiled to my right here, thank you, trustees, the center photograph, just to memorialize the moment. But at this point, I'd like to read the resolution. Whereas Mary Schmidt Campbell, PhD, served as president of Spelman College for 7 years, and whereas through her tireless leadership, the Division for Arts, as well as the Innovation Lab, has increased in size, scope, and impact. Whereas through her untiring and skillful efforts, the college received transformative donations, gifts, and grants to support the erection of the Center for Innovation in the Arts, whereas the naming of this facility is an appropriate recognition of such a distinguished person and her exemplary contributions to Spelman College, whereas the Center for Innovation and the Arts will be a significant enhancement to the facilities of the campus and marks the achievement of the objective to build a new academic facility for the arts and innovation within the strategic plan begun by President Schmidt Campbell, whereas the Board of Trustees unanimously and enthusiastically supports this action and has made donations towards this project in honor of President Mary Schmidt Campbell, now, therefore, it be resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby names the Center for Innovation and the Arts in honor of Mary Schmidt Campbell, PhD. Woo-hoo! Mary, please join me.
I can't stop crying. So I pride myself on not being a crier. I have failed miserably today. This is a great honor for me, but it really is an honor I should be sharing with a great deal of people, and I'm going to use my time on the podium to name at least some of those people. First and foremost, my trustees. They just stood, and I'm going to name them. Kathy Waller, who is the heartbeat of Atlanta, and an incredibly generous supporter of Spelman, not only financially but spiritually. Colleen, who just can't resist being the absolute exemplary Spelman sister. When she hears that Spelman students are coming to New York, she opens her home, her office, her mentoring to them. Larry, you're new, and you bring with you the experience you had as a president at Oglethorpe, and we are grateful for it. Lavette, when I think of courage and faith and hope and determination, you are my Shiro. We love you deeply, Lavette. Thank you. Lauren, where are you, Lauren? Okay, so I have my Ralph Lauren too, and Lauren had a great deal to do with our striking this relationship. She's wearing a blazer, I'm wearing a blazer, and we hope there'll be more. But Lauren, your passion for the whole liberal arts mission of Spelman is unwavering, and even though you are a medical doctor, your passion for that liberal arts mission is unwavering. Thank you for that. Helen Price. Helen, you were on my search committee, and you have been one of those people who has made sure that I am able to establish relationships in Atlanta. Thank you for enabling me to make those connections. Gwen Norton. Oh my gosh, if you haven't been inside of Reynolds Cottage, you don't know what you're missing. From the basement to the top floor, it is filled with selections from the art collection of Gwen and Peter Norton. The first day she introduced George and me to Reynolds, she said, "Do you want some artwork on this walls?" It has made all the difference. It has been a sanctuary. CJ, where are you? Is CJ in here? Where's CJ? Oh, CJ. CJ is really our pastor, our spiritual guide. Honestly, she gives us prayers that change our days, right? And we are very grateful for your presence on the board and for the strength and faith that you bring to us. Cara, you are a new member of the board, but a very, I won't say old, but long-standing, not only alumna, but also supporter of Spelman College. And we have seen lives change by the work that you and your sister and your family have done. So thank you for being with us. Yum, I hope you remember that evening where you opened up your home and had the model for the building in the middle of your living room, and you invited half of Atlanta to come in and see it. And in those days, it felt like an idea, a good idea, but just an idea. And you stood by us as we made that idea become a reality. Thank you. Carmen. Where's Carmen? Oh, Carmen, thank you. Carmen, when I first met her, was originally from Maine, and I said, really? Here's a Black community in Maine? And then, of course, we got a second trustee, who's Kiva Wright-Berry, who's also from Maine. But Carmen, you've brought such a sense of curiosity. You have also been so active as part of Spelman Strong and getting us to understand the strength that we can derive from our alumni. Thank you so much for bringing that on to the Board of Trustees. Thank you. Ted Aronson. Ted, Ted has been connected to Spelman College for, 30 years? And on the board for 20 years? And I tell you, people want to know how come we have such great looking financials and our endowment is growing, and Ted has watched over us so attentively and so carefully and with so much integrity. Thank you so much, Ted. Gina Ash. Gina, you and Kay were our co-chairs. Where's Kay? Our co-chairs of our search committee, and I have to tell you, thank you. As I said at the board meeting, I cannot imagine handing over the baton to a more capable person. Thank you for all the work that you did. Kay, thank you for your leadership and for coming to college and helping us introduce the new candidate to our Spelman community. Karen Brocky. Yes, we always have a faculty member who's a faculty trustee. Thank you for our faculty, our heart and soul of Spelman, and we thank you for representing them so ably on the board. I'm going to leave Roz for last, but Janine, where's Janine? Janine was, along with Ted and Rhonda and Ayoka and Art Frazier, was on the search committee to pick the architect. And I remember we had these two incredible women, both women, who were presenting very different visions of the college. And you have that kind of methodical thinking that really helped guide us to the right decision. So thank you for that, and thank you for all of your support. Bonnie Carter. Bonnie, you were the inventor of Spelman Strong, am I right? Yeah, I mean, that just started a whole new movement at Spelman, and you have really mobilized us and driven us forward and led us to understand really the power of the Spelman sisterhood. So thank you for that, Bonnie. Tom Castro. Love your questions, Tom. You know, when we all think we've got it all wrapped up, you always have one of those difficult, complicated questions that make us go, let me think about that again. Mary Lynn, those chocolate-covered pecans from South Carolina are going to be the death of me and George, but we are very, very grateful for them, so thank you very much. Susan Dunn, before you even became a trustee, you joined us for a trip to Washington, to the National Museum of African American History and Culture, and I listened to your conversation with the students and your engagement of them, and I thought, she needs to be on our board. And I'm so glad you agreed. Elizabeth, where's Elizabeth Gowans? Oh, Elizabeth, thank you. So Elizabeth is our student trustee. I will tell you, she comes to every meeting. She has read every single piece of information. She asks informed questions. She is an ambassador for the board back to the students. Elizabeth, we couldn't ask for a better student government student trustee. Thank you. Did I miss, other than Roz? Oh, Rhonda Stryker. How could I forget? And Suzanne, thank you. So I'm going to go to Suzanne first and then Rhonda. So Suzanne, where's Suzanne? So several years ago, we decided to do an alternative revenue ad hoc committee. And Suzanne took this to heart. And we have completely reformulated and recalibrated the finances and the business model of Spelman College with your work as the basis. Thank you. You have set us on a really strong path. Rhonda Stryker. You can walk through, and I'm going to call William Johnston's name too. He's not on our board, but he's there. He's definitely there. You can walk through this campus and you can see your handprint on so many things, from going global to our wellness center to the Center for Innovation and the Arts. The first gift, the largest gift of $30 million came from our trustee, Rhonda Stryker, and William Johnston. And she is so engaged, again, in the life of the college on our technology committee and asking the kinds of questions that get us to ask more about ourselves. And we have some representatives. I named Kiva Wright-Berry, Jillian Jackson, who's the president of our student government, and Angela Farris-Watkins, Dr. Angela Farris-Watkins. Where are you, Dr. Watkins? Our president of faculty council. Thank you for your leadership as well. Roz Brewer. So when Roz first interviewed me for the presidency of Spelman, I said to her, so how long do you expect to be the chair of the board? She said, oh, I'm stepping down. I said, well, would you consider just staying on for one more year? She thought about it. She said, okay, that makes sense. You're new, right? You're coming on. So, of course, after about midway through that first year, I said to her, you know, Roz, this is working out really well. How about if you stay just 2 more years? Just 2 more years, that'll be it, and then we can. We get to the point at which the end of my 5-year contract comes up. I said, you just may as well stay till the end of the contract, right? Roz, you are the leader's leader. Any success that we have had in the past 7 years, we've had because you were always present, you were always honest with your feedback, You were always there side by side when we went through several different challenges at the college. And you always had this sense of compassion and belief in what we said we were going to set out to do. I can't thank you enough. I admire you. I love you. I think you are an extraordinary leader. Thank you. So I know I'm going to be up here for a while, so just bear with me. But I have a lot of people to thank. So you know, people always ask me, how come you came out of retirement and took on a presidency? And I say, I was called to Spelman. And Beverly Daniel Tatum literally called me in 2014 and said, can you come and do an arts consultancy? Because we're thinking of building a new arts building. So I came. Dr. Shinziro was my host for that visit. A lot of the faculty are here, sitting here today, were there on that visit. I spent an entire day, and I came home to my husband, and I said, you know, that Spelman College is really something. That's really an extraordinary place. And when the college recruited me, I said, I'm retired. When I finally decided to come and meet the search committee, I went around the room, and all those people that many of those people I just named were sitting around that search committee table. And I asked them, tell me, what is it that connects you to Spelman College? And I heard the most remarkable set of stories I had ever heard. And I was looking at Black people, white people, old people, young people, faculty, staff, students, trustees, Atlanta community members, but they were all passionate from their own point of view about this place. So I went back. I was on my way to Montana, and I got home, and I said to George, what do you think if I think about this presidency? Now, Dr. George Campbell is my husband of 53 years, the love of my life. He's right here with the bow tie. And we talked about it for a long time. And he has been my biggest champion, supporter, my best mentor and guide that I could possibly ask for. So thank you, George. Thank you for taking this journey with me. Some of my family is here. My son, also Dr. Campbell, Dr. Kai Campbell. He's the provost at UNC Asheville, but at the time he was a provost at Morehouse. And so I asked him, should I come? And he said, absolutely. And then his wife sitting next to him is a Spelman alumna, class of 1990, Diana Dismissed Campbell. And she said, absolutely. Now, Robert, my grandson, was in high school, about to go to college. He didn't have much of an opinion, but I think he's enjoyed it too, since I've been there. So thank you, Robert. Now, I just want to tell one more story about my coming to Spelman. When I came to campus to make my public presentation, it was shrouded in secrecy. It was like a state secret. They whisked me out of the car, took me to Reynolds. Darnita's shaking her head. You know, they took me up to the second floor of Reynolds so nobody could peek through the windows and see who I was. So I get a phone call. I look down at my phone, and it says on it, Spike Lee. I said, what is he doing calling me? So I answer, I said, hello. He doesn't say, hello, how are you, how you doing? My mother went to Spelman College. My grandmother went to Spelman College. I love Spelman College. So I felt it seemed ordained that I should be at Spelman College. But thank you, Spike, for coming. Thank you for being a supporter of the building. And we're going to be naming the admissions office after your grandmother and your mother. So thank you for that. So I have to tell you, I really do, this would not be complete if I didn't tell you the role of Dr. Ayoka Shinziro. So Dr. Ayoka Shinzira, as many of you know, is a leading, award-winning filmmaker. She's had recently an Emmy nomination, an NAACP award nomination. She's working on a project now. When I got to Spelman, I asked her to lead a steering committee called Arts at Spelman. And I said to her, you know what? This building has to work not only for all the arts, dance, music, photography, film, theater, but it's got to work for the college as a liberal arts college. And so she led this steering committee, Arts at Spelman, for over a year and produced the Arts at Spelman white paper. And in that white paper, she said, we have stories to tell. As women, as Black women, we have stories that we need to tell in dance and music and theater and filmmaking and photography. And we need a building that's going to be at the intersection of technology, because that's a part of the 21st century. And we have to have a student body that has fluency in that technology. And we have to have a generative capacity with the arts that is a catalyst for all the other liberal arts and a catalyst for our West Side community. All of those ideas were in the white paper. And so charging us with that, and I see I see the arts faculty here, and I'm going to ask them to stand. Aku Kadogo, Dr. Rachel Chung, Dr. Paula Grissom. Is Dr. Johnson here? Who else is here? And all of the other arts faculty, if you're here, please stand. Myra Green, are you here? Thank you. We had to include our Spelman Museum of Fine Arts, which is an amazing museum, and we have an amazing new director, Dr. Liz Andrews, please stand. We have a new program in art history and curatorial studies. Dr. Finley is not here, but all of that had to be embodied in this new building. So we're asking this new building to do a lot of things. So we got together and we had to choose the right architect. And we had these two great, world-class architects who were competing. And there was no question in our minds that Jeannie Gang was the one. Jeannie Gang and Studio Gang came in there. They had researched all of the West Side. They knew about all of the studios and the arts organization. They knew more than we did, if I remember correctly. Yeah. They knew more than we did about what was going on here. Before they came in for their interview, we saw people interviewing students around the school. They interviewed the students. When they came into that room, they had looked in our archives, they had studied Spelman in the archives, they knew our college, they knew our arts at Spelman, they knew our community. And the building that they have created, the Center for Innovation in the Art, embodies every bit of that. And they worked with us for Art Frazier. Art was really he's our architect here, our resident architect. He was really the person who was the glue between the architectural firm and the faculty and the administration. And they walked us through, they listened to us, they heard what it was we needed, and over, 4 years? How long? 5 years. 5 years, we thought through what this building could become for Spelman and for our community. So I do want to acknowledge one person who's not here, and that's Danny Flanagan, because he was on that search committee, and Danny was always thinking, how can we do this? How can we make this work? And I also want to acknowledge Turner Construction, who's here, who's been our great partners with this. Thank you so much. I hope those bids come in so they're low enough that we can, make this building real, but thank you. And we have many of our donors here today, and you'll hear from them. We have, very large donors like Rhonda Stryker, like the Arthur Blank Foundation, like the Woodruff Arts Foundation, many of them. But you should know that this building also has donors ranging from $1,000 to $5,000 to $50,000 on up. This is everybody's building. This building belongs to all of us. It's something that we all have created. And as I think about what this building means, for me, it's more than an arts building, it's more than a tech building, it's more than a building that faces out in the community. It really is a symbol of Spelman and what Spelman does and can do when it puts its imagination and its mind to it. So thank you to all of you. I can't imagine a more meaningful honor than to have this building in my name. Thank you.
No, I'm pretty nervous here, so.
One of my other grandsons is here. His name is George Campbell, too. He was like, when he was 13 years old, Darnita, you remember, very thin, kind of short guy. George, can you stand? He's now number 32 center back for the Atlanta United soccer team.
Someone has to follow her, right? And here I am. But when Dr. Cole asked me if I'd consider serving on the Spelman Board of Trustees many years ago, I was really honored. Though at the time I had no idea of the transformational joy and all the joy it was going to bring to me. And when others ask me about my service to Spelman, I tell them I'm both drawn and compelled to be there. But that why is really quite simple. Where women gather in sisterhood, I want to be there. Where women gather in support of one another, I want to be there. Where alumni women gather in support of opportunity, I want to be there. When women help educate other women and therefore entire communities, I want to be there. I have witnessed the Spelman sisterhood story up close and personal, and it has been an awesome experience. I have witnessed the intersectionality of campus development and academic enhancement wound together with that ribbon of sisterhood, women helping women. As I have watched the renovation and expansion of new facilities over the years, I have seen Spelman student opportunities amplified for fellowships, graduate school, and internships. I knew I would have to have water. My lips are getting all dry. So just, sorry, I'm always nervous. And internships at Fortune 500 companies. I have witnessed the health and wellness of women at Spelman increase as we invested in the wellness enhancements on our campus. I have seen the retention, perseverance, and graduation rates for Spelman women grow as we invested in the Living Learning Centers and the BDT suites. This is an area where, though we've got a whole bunch of added focus that needs to be put towards it. But today, we're dedicating the beginning of yet another core component of our campus community, with the groundbreaking of the Center for Innovation and the Arts. The center will encourage collaboration and interdisciplinary study between the arts and technology. This is such an exciting time to see our dreams come to fruition. This is why I continue to find great joy in offering financial gifts to continue building on what everyone else has done before me. Our momentum is strong. We cannot rest right now. Spelman has that magic of women supporting women. We must feed that magic. We must continue to invest in and build a dynamic, transformative campus environment that will amplify what? The power of that Spelman sisterhood, the one I envy every day. That's it.
Good afternoon. I'm Faye Twersky, the president of the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation. Thank you for the invitation to be here today. Our chairman, Arthur Blank, couldn't be here today, but he's honored that we can help establish the Arthur M. Blank Innovation Lab, which will be a hub for creative inquiry, a place where students can come together to test and share ideas. Innovation is a core value. We have 6 core values that animate all of the Blank family of businesses, including the foundation, and innovate continuously is one of them. So this innovation lab is close to his heart and all of our hearts. Arthur and his family have been investing in the West Side for a long time through the Family Foundation long before I arrived, and that commitment endures. Arthur's especially also proud to support the alma mater of Roz Brewer, his friend and Blank Family Foundation board member. I also have a story of being interviewed by Roz. Last year, I came here in the fall to have a whole series of interviews with Arthur and the family and other folks. And somehow, Saturday morning, Arthur said, well, Roz Brewer would like to meet with you. So she came to my hotel in her sweatpants and sweatshirt, and we had a long breakfast, during which time she both asked me really tough questions, and I think at some point I might have passed the test, and then she gave me really good advice. And ever since then, she has been really providing very wise counsel, and I feel so lucky to count her as a friend and really committed board member. So thank you, Roz. And Roz is such a great example, an exemplar really of a Spelman grad who is an incredible leader in both the business community and the social community. I'm a new transplant to Atlanta. My wife and I moved here a little over a year ago from California. I was always a fan of Spelman. I always knew that it was a special place, but I've developed a much deeper appreciation for Spelman and its special qualities since I've arrived here. Spelman prepares its graduates to be innovators driving social change, and the new Center for Innovation in the Arts will add tremendous value to the students' experience. And the students, those of you who are here today, we need you to be innovators, not just on the business side and the arts, we need that too, but we also need you to be innovators on the social side. We have big problems to solve, and I know that you can be big parts of solving those problems. The front porch of the new center is also especially exciting. As I'm learning more about the South and the unique culture here, I now understand how much the idea of a front porch represents. It's a space for connection with West Side neighbors, for fellowship, entertainment, and joy. There's so much joy, so much to celebrate here at Spelman and in the neighboring West Side communities today and every day. We're proud to be part of the growth at Spelman. Your dedication, and also to Mary, to your leadership. Your dedication to growing Spelman while remaining true to the school's mission is evident, and we see proof of that here. I'm sorry to see you leave, Mary. I feel like I was just getting to know you, and I have so much admiration and respect for you, both from Philadelphia, and we've had so many conversations, and now I know that you have a friend in Spike Lee, and we have an Atlanta United grandson, so just even more admiration for you. But you, and I was thinking about this, you won't be president to see this building finished. And it reminds me of the cathedrals of the past, where people built cathedrals from the ground, grand, incredible cathedrals that they knew they wouldn't be there to see finished. And yet they built them, and they had faith that others would carry on their building something great. And Mary, I think you have faith, and you should have faith that others will be here to carry on this building. And I know you're leaving everything in good hands. It was amazing to hear you express appreciation for all the board members. And I happen to know Dr. Helene Gale from a a mutual connection at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So I'm looking forward to working with her. I have confidence that she will continue the work that you started here these last 7 years. And on behalf of Arthur, his family, the Family Foundation, congratulations, and thank you to everyone at Spelman for giving us the opportunity to be part of this important development.
The Center for Innovation in the Arts is really an exciting concept. Up to now, we've had the arts spread out all over this campus. And so for the first time, dance, music, theater, visual arts, the museum will all have a home together.
Spelman College is a place that was built for the success of Black women, and the Center for Innovation and the Arts continues that tradition. We like to say 1 + 1 equals more than the sum of its parts. And so we're looking for students and faculty to enjoy creating new things inside of this building.
I've actually been waiting for this since my freshman year. When I was a freshman, I heard the news and they said it might be up before I graduate, but they finally broke ground right now. So I'm pretty excited. I hope to come back as an alumni sometime to actually go and see it. And I hope to see tons of students going in and out, learning about all the different creative technology that's available, and really starting to apply themselves in different areas, whether they're new to it or not.
I'm excited for the Innovation Center because it allows me to have this space to work on art, work on my creativity. It allows me to step aside from my chemistry work or my math work and really work on things I love doing and designing.
Just being around the environment and to know that I'm able to network with other people that are also focused on bringing their dreams into fruition. So for me, the Innovation Lab is a place where dreams meet reality.
One of the exciting things about the Center for Innovation and the Arts is that it will be the first Spelman building that actually faces our community and welcomes our community through that architectural experience.
It's important for Spelman to go beyond to the community because this is the first time that Spelman will have opened its doors to the whole village and invited them in. Prior to this, we've had gates, and now we're doing away with the gates, and the arts are going to be the opening to the community.
I think it's important to be able to say to the Atlanta community, to the West End, and to the world that this is a Spelman resource, but this museum is of the world. We will have a whole new space in addition to the museum space that we already have in Cosby. And what we will see in the future in the new building will take it even further.
And from our perspective, we wanted to have a relationship with the West End community. We wanted the building to be a front porch for Spelman College. And so the entire first floor has been designed to accommodate the public. We have an extension of our museum, we have a dance theater, we have a performance and a cinema theater, we have a cafe. So we really do anticipate being able to invite our West End neighbors over to sit on our front porch.
The Spelman College Center for Innovation and the Arts
Goes beyond.
Goes beyond.
Goes beyond.
Goes beyond, far beyond.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling so good. It's just lusciousness. Good afternoon. My name is Ayoka Chenzira. I'm the division chair for the arts. I'm just so happy right now I can barely talk. Congratulations. The Center for Innovation in the Arts represents many things. It will be the new home for many departments and programs. It represents Spelman College's commitment to engage in bold, dynamic, and relevant conversations through the arts, technology, and entrepreneurship, and to be in dialogue with our surrounding communities. It also represents dreams that came true. I want to thank the faculty who dreamed of this day and spent countless hours researching, poring over documents and plans, making sure that we had what was necessary for today's students as well as those in the future. Shout outs, special shout outs and love to Alku Kadogo, Paula Grissom, T. Lang, Myra Green, and Jerry Volsey. We've spent many, 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 many hours working on this project, poring over documents. They've gotten phone calls from me at 2 and 3 in the morning. How many faculty do you have in your program? We don't have enough offices. Somebody call Dr. Campbell. I thank you for your visions, your expertise, and your inspiration. Dr. Mary Schmidt Campbell, thank you for taking us on this journey, encouraging our dreams, and always having in the forefront of your imagination, wanting the best for students, faculty, and staff. It has been the highlight of my professional career as an educator to walk the path with you. Congratulations.
Hello, I'm Juliana Wolf. I'm a design principal and partner at Studio Gang, and I'm very honored to be able to share a few thoughts about the design with you today. I'm here on behalf of Jeannie Gang, who is the creative force behind all of the thinking, the architectural thinking, and I will share some of the conversations we had throughout the design of the project. So what we really wanted to do is to create a building that is an open invitation, that opens its arm wide and invites the Spelman community and the West Side neighborhood to come together within and around the building. But also, we wanted the building to be an invitation for the arts and STEM, the sciences, to collaborate and work together within the building. And we wanted the building to be an invitation to all the students that can tell their stories and will be able to tell their stories within the building. And so how we approached that was by the first point about inviting the community and the Spelman and West Side community to engage. The one big part, of course, is this brilliant location that was chosen by Spelman College to be outside of the gate, in front of the gate, and to really send the signal that Spelman is part of the neighborhood and part of the West Side community. And the front porch, I have to admit, is a great concept that we certainly developed together with Dr. Campbell, where we were speaking of the building elements that are appropriate to this climate here and from which we might learn to apply lessons to the building. And the front porch, I think, resonated so much with us, both environmentally in terms of providing shade and a comfortable microclimate, but also, and I think what you said was it is truly a space that lowers the threshold of interaction. And that was really something that resonated with us, and I think we can all think about moments where maybe we moved into a new neighborhood or had new neighbors. You don't right away go and sit down in someone's living room on their couch and to get to know them. No, that's a step too far. But to hang out on the front porch and have a chat and then get to know each other, that is really approachable and the way to go. And I think translating that to a large building, an academic building, was a really great idea that certainly we developed together very much. And so after getting to know each other on the porch, hopefully it sparks curiosity to join in on all these amazing programs that will take place on the ground floor that you saw in the video as well. And the invitation to faculty and students of STEM and the arts to interact, that too was very much an idea that was born out of thinking deeply about the program of the building and the power of the innovation lab and Dr. Chenzira's observation that within the existing innovation lab, this kind of interaction is happening. These digital tools that scientists use and artists use, they are very much what if we can bring people together in the same space using the same tools, then collaboration, sharing of ideas is just the natural next step. And that's why the Innovation Center so much became the focal point around which the entire building was organized. And finally, the invitation for students to tell the story, that too was so much that idea was so much driven and created through thinking about the space that students need. And through conversations, we were really reminded by Dr. Campbell and Dr. Chansira and all the other great faculty and staff that worked on the project that it's not just the extroverted kind of spaces where you perform and share your ideas that are part and needed, but it's also the quieter spaces, the spaces for reflection, the spaces to think, to relax, and to just be that are going to round out that experience. And I have to say that I think that there are very few academic buildings that really offer that breadth of types of space. And I think that this building will do so, and I think it will really allow students to make the building their own and be comfortable enough to tell the stories they want to tell. And so we are incredibly proud that we as architects were able to partake in the vision for the new building for the Center of Innovation and the Arts. And the vision for it was truly already presented to us when we started to work on the design, and just playing a role in translating that vision into built form and working on the design was a humbling experience to all of us at Studio Gang, and one that we are very proud of. So thank you for that opportunity.
Sing it together, right here. We're on an ultralight beam. We're on an ultralight beam. This is a God dream. This is a God dream. This is everything. This is everything. Ooh, we're on an ultralight beam. We're on an ultralight beam. This is a God dream. This is a God dream. This is everything. That's it. That's it. This is everything. Come on, let's go up higher. We're on an ultralight beam. We're on an ultralight beam. This is a God dream. This is a God dream. This is everything. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is everything. Sing it again. We're on an ultralight. We're on an ultralight beam. We're on an ultralight beam. This is a God dream. This is a God dream. This is everything. This is everything. We're stepping up. ultralight beam. This is a God dream. This is a God dream. This is everything. This is everything.
Come on, no music all over the building. Come on, sing it. We're on an ultralight.
We're on an ultralight beam. We're on an ultralight beam. This is a God dream. This is a God dream. This is everything. This is everything.
We don't want no devils in the house, God.
Yes,
we
Lord.
want the Lord.
Yes,
That's
Jesus.
it.
Yes, God.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Jesus, praise the Lord.
Yes, God.
Hallelujah, God.
Yes.
We don't want no devils in the house.
Yes,
we
Lord.
want the Lord.
Yes.
I'm trying to keep my faith.
We on an ultralight beam. We on an ultralight beam. This is a God dream. This is a God dream. This is everything. This is everything. Deliver us serenity. Deliver us peace. Deliver us love. And we know we need it. You know we need it. You know we need it. Now we need you now. Pray for Paris. Pray for the parents. This is a God dream. This is a God dream. This is a God dream. We on an ultralight beam. We on an ultralight beam. This is a God dream. This is a God dream. This is everything. Everything.
I'm trying to keep my faith, but I'm looking for more. Somewhere I can feel safe, and in my holy war, I'm trying to keep my faith.
Why send oppression, not blessings? Why, oh, why'd you do me wrong? You persecute the weak because it makes you feel so strong. Don't have much strength to fight, so I look to the light to make these wrongs turn right. Head up high, I look to the light. Hey, 'cause I know that you'll make everything alright. And I know that you'll take good care of your child. Oh, no longer am afraid of the night, 'cause I look to the
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We're now going to have the groundbreaking ceremony. And if you can listen for your name for those to join us over here in our lovely blue sandbox that we have, please. And everyone can go ahead, and every speaker that we had on the program can join us, please. And then we have a couple of special dignitaries as well. Okay. Louder? Gotcha. Hear me. Okay. If our speakers can join us over here. And then also, yeah, no problem. Thank you so much. Myra Green is available. Dolores Bradley Brennan. Jerry Volsey. J.C. Holmes. Rachel Chung. Julie Dash. Philip Thompson. Akua Kaduko. And Liz Andrews. And then once I have them set, then ladies and gentlemen, you can join us. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you can definitely join us. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can step to my right, if you can give us a little room for our live stream. We're still live streaming, ladies and gentlemen. So if you all can give us a little room to our right for our camera, if you all can step over this way for me. Yeah. Yes, please. After we do these shots, we will definitely do the Board of Trustees shots. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could stand over this way for me. Thank you. Yeah, just right over that way. And there's plenty of room on the other side. Yes, thank you. If you can shift to the left, you all can walk right behind the camera for me. Yes, thank you. We have all the Board of Trustees behind the sandbox with Dr. Campbell, please. All of the Board of Trustees behind the sandbox with Dr. Campbell. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you're staying to your left. And now can we have the board members, please, with Dr. Campbell? And gentlemen, you all are in the air. It's all right. Ladies and gentlemen, please be mindful that we do have a virtual audience with us, and we want to keep them engaged as well. So anyone who stands in front of the sandbox there is in the eye shot of the live stream. Thank you. Next, can we have Turner Construction come up as well? Just want to make sure that Turner Construction is behind the sandbox as well. Ladies, you all have to come out. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Next, we will have Dr. Campbell and the senior team, please. Dr. Campbell and the senior team. We'd like the board members to please stay close and tight, but we're going to do the senior team now. So now we should be gathering the senior team with Dr. Campbell. Just one. The next photo after this one will be Dr. Campbell's family. After Dr. Campbell's family, we will have the faculty. Ladies and gentlemen, the very next photo is going to be the Board of Trustees only and Dr. Campbell. May I have the Board of Trustees only with Dr. Campbell? The Board of Trustees only with Dr. Campbell. The very next photo will be Dr. Campbell and Spike Lee, please. Dr. Campbell and Spike Lee. Okay, the very next photo is Dr. Campbell and Spike Lee. After this photo, it will be Dr. Campbell and the faculty. Dr. Campbell and the faculty. Ladies and gentlemen, let's be mindful of our virtual audience. Right behind you, let's be mindful of our virtual audience. Can we have the faculty, please, behind the sandbox? The faculty behind the sandbox, please. May we have the faculty, please, behind the sandbox? May we have the faculty, please, behind the sandbox? Ladies and gentlemen, the last photo will be the students. Any students that are with us today, we will have you behind the sandbox. Now, can I please have the students with Dr. Campbell behind the sandbox? Our students? Students? Please don't walk over my sand. Please do not walk over my sand. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if I can have you go ahead and make your way back to your seats for our final presentation. If you can make your way back to your seats for our final presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can make your way back to your seats for our final presentation, please make your way back to your seats for our final presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, if there are any staff in the audience, please join Dr. Campbell behind the sandbox. Any staff, please join Dr. Campbell behind the sandbox. Any staff. If we can have any staff that are here on site, please, with Dr. Campbell behind the sandbox. Staff, any staff that's with us.
One.
After this photo, we will have Dr. Campbell with Studio Gang. Dr. Campbell with Studio Gang, and that is our final photograph. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can make your way to your seats, please. If you can make your way to your seats, please. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can have your seat, please, because we're going to have a special presentation. If you can have your seat, please, for our special presentation.
Yes. Good to go? Hello, everybody. Hello. My name is Tremanda Pewitt. I am a student here at Spelman College. I created this art piece for Dr. Campbell, inspired by the new innovation building. The blue brick road is inspired by the yellow brick road, inspired by Dr. Campbell's favorite song, or one of her favorite songs, Brand New Day from The Wiz. The woman behind the building kind of signifies just growth and just everything woman and Spelman. And I'd like to give this to Dr. Campbell, if she's still here. Oh, there she is. I was looking.
Thank you so much, Tremanda. She was still painting this when you all came in, so that's quite remarkable that she conceptualized that and executed it within a matter of, 24 hours? Yes. That's pretty amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, there's not much more to say. It's kind of time for us to, gather, raise a toast, but I was looking around, I thought I saw Dr. Michael Lomax. Is he here? There's Dr. Michael Lomax has joined us. He's the CEO and president of the United Negro College Fund, and Spelman is a proud member of UNCF. Michael, thank you for everything that UNCF does for all of HBCUs all over the country. Thank you. This is wonderful. We've had a good time. Let's go party. Let's hold a reception over in Cosby.